has shared a very, very important question that the people who intends to tear the constitution of Zimbabwe apart, these people have acted. If you look at the characters that wants to mutilate the constitution of 2013, these people never got the mandate from the people of Zimbabwe, and it gets to chronicle these people. And if you watch from the way he puts it, you will discover that yes, indeed, these people are not where they are because of the people of Zimbabwe, but they are where they are because they were imposed, or they imposed themselves. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So according to Mbizo Mawarire, I will read what he has written, but this is actually what is happening. He says there are a lot of unelected people proposing far-reaching changes to our constitution. He explains that Zambi was not elected by anyone. In fact, the people of Zimba, where he stood for election, rejected him twice. That's double rejection. Some emphatic rejection by one's people is not it. Some emphatic rejection by one's people, isn't it? Some emphatic rejection, rather, by one's people, isn't it? So he is actually sharing that this Zambi, who is the face of the constitutional mutilation in Zimbabwe, very arrogant and emotional when put to the corner. He can actually release something from his mouth that would be very smelly. You can tell he is avoiding independent journalist who can actually easily put him to corner and aligning himself. In fact, yesterday when he was actually interviewed, he was interviewed by CIOs, the agents of the state who are working for the government. Now it goes on, who is the second person who is actually pushing the constitutional mutilation in Zimbabwe? It is Sengezo Tshabangu. He explains that Sengezo Tshabangu, whom it used to recall elected MPs, was not elected by anyone, was he? And indeed, that's the truth. Sengezo Tshabangu was not elected. He came through, he imposed himself as the interim Secretary General of Citizens Coalition for Change, initially writing over the real issues affecting Matabeleland. And a lot of people almost deceived that the guy was standing for the interest of the people of Matabeleland. And later on, it was uncovered that this person was by no means standing for the interest of the people of Matabeleland. He began to recall members of parliament, elected councillors and senators. And when he was done, given direction by Mnangagwa, guess the lawyers he was using? He was using ZANU-PF lawyers paid for by ZANU-PF in all the cases that involved Sengezo Tshabangu. And after finishing the job, he was awarded by a senatorial position. And also he was awarded to be the leader of parliament, leading all elected members of parliament for Citizens Coalition for Change. And everyone who is CCC in parliament, his leader is Sengezo Tshabangu. He's calling the shots. That is why individuals such as Mawarire, realizing that reality, actually resigned from that parliament. Now, he goes on to say, then we all know it was imposed on Zimbabwe by a military coup in 2017. He wasn't elected by anyone, was he? And that's the truth. Mnangagwa has never been elected. He was not elected in 2017. In fact, all ZANU-PF structures had endorsed from ZANU-PF unanimously. All provinces, no province stood for Mnangagwa. He was rescued by retired General Chwenga through the military, the very same military that he has betrayed, and he is trying to do everything he can to divide that military so that he continues to conquer it. He's using the divide and rule tactic within the military, and some of the chefs seems to be buying into this. And he continues to say, in fact, the 2 times he attempted to subject himself to an election, he was thoroughly walloped in 2018 and 2023. And that's the reality. I think the same jealous Mawarire explained in one of the HSTV interviews that when Mnangagwa was beaten in 2018, the military, having realized that he was indeed beaten, the generals told him, you must prepare to go within 5 years. And we need a leader that would be loved by the people of Zimbabwe to take over after you within the next 5 years. What did he do? He agreed in front of these military generals and went after them one by one. Most of them, they are lying at the National Heroes Acre. Some are most probably on the queue, because to complete his revolution, all of them have to be actually underground. From the look of things, he may achieve that actually plot, he may not, depending on how the military will actually act on Mnangagwa. And also is revealing that in 2023, we know, it is public knowledge, that is why he has never displayed the results. Mnangagwa was beaten. It was difficult to even rig and announce proper results. Results that were announced cannot even be justified because he rigged the elections. It was so embarrassing. So embarrassing. And that is why he doesn't want to undergo through these processes again, because they have been hell traumatic to him, to learn that Zimbabweans hate him, hate his family, and they hate his government. He continues to say the SADC Election Observer Mission registered disquiet over the minor elections it claims to have won were conducted. In light of data we have, ED has been in office by virtue of manipulation, not election. So cut up the crap about election. The president who chaired the cabinet, which authorized the unconstitutional changes to our constitution, has legitimate questions hanging over his head. The minister who brought the changes was rejected at the polls, and the original author of those mischievous changes is hiding in a hole somewhere in Nairobi, running away from the very same system he wants to entrench constitutional changes. The fact that all the people behind the change to our constitution are unelected and unelectable explains why they are delirious whenever a referendum is mentioned. I think I shouldn't add more or less than that. Let me love and leave you. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Don't forget to subscribe.